Hi, it's Therese from Lost in Paper, and today I've got my Avriel Peonies die set and matching stamp set. And I'm going to be making quite a simple card for their current challenge. And I've gone through my scraps and got out like a heap of different colours, stuff that I thought would go really well together. And I'm starting by stamping out the leaves, and I'm going to be doing some embossing, and I just want to check that I can successfully die cut after it's been embossed without affecting the embossing, if that makes sense. I've prepped my cardstock with some anti-static powder, and now I'm just using some Versamark ink and then a nice bright white embossing powder. So before I actually hit this with my heat tool, because it's an embossing powder, I do like to heat my heat tool up first, and then once you start to see the embossing powder change into like a liquidy form, it's time to move on to the next section. So I love that this set has matching die set, and it just makes it so much easier rather than fussy cutting everything out. And you can see me fussing with this little leaf here, and I'm trying to make it fit, but guess what? It's the wrong size leaf. It didn't work at all. I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought there was only 2 leaves and it was me that was mucking up, but no, it was me that was mucking up actually. It was the fact that I had the wrong die. But anyway, I worked it out eventually. And so now what I'm going to do is just stamp out a whole stack more flowers and leaves, and I thought it'd be easy just to do this as like a little production line and do a whole heap of different colours. I'm not even sure which ones I'm going to be using yet. Now you can see that I'm just playing with them on the front of my card. I thought I'd include this process and just how I kind of work out, because I didn't have a real plan for this card. I just sort of decided to wing it and see how I go. So I thought I'd just sort of show you how I spend lots of my time moving stuff around on the card front. And I have edited this and it is sped up, so you're seeing the very short version. And I'm starting to get a bit happy with the layout of my flowers in their vase now. And I know that I need some more leaves in there. And this is kind of, I think, yeah, this is where I work out that I actually don't like how the dark green is looking in there. And I actually think I'll make another leaf to add to my little mix. So this challenge is actually a non-white card base, which is something I don't do particularly often. I do a lot of clean and simple cards that are on a white card base, so this is a nice challenge for me. And originally I was going with this idea of just the green, but to me it was just looking a little bit too plain. So here's a little trick that I use just to give me more of an idea, because I'm quite a visual person. I use like copy paper or just scrap paper to square off my card and see what it's going to look like. And this is where I decided to add another piece of coloured cardstock. This is called Smoke. I think it's from American Crafts as well. I think the first one was called Leaf. It'll be linked at my blog anyway. And I think I'm finally getting happy with the layout and working out my sentiment. So I'm going to quickly stamp that out. I'm using my favourite sentiment ink, which is the VersaFine Onyx Black. And the sentiments in this stamp set are so cute, and they mix and match really well. So I thought this would make a good hello card, but I could also use it for a birthday card, even though it doesn't actually say happy birthday. Hello Gorgeous works well for me anytime. So I'm just using my stamp runner to adhere the green to my card front, and now I'm going to add some fun foam to my panel, and I like to add the actual stamp runner to the cardstock. It works heaps better, and I'm doing the same on the front of the card. I do need to get myself some more fun foam. That's on my list. So now I'm just left with adding my little bouquet of flowers to the card front, and I'm using one of my favourite foam adhesives. This is from Stamp It. It's an Australian company, and this is only 1 millimetre thick, which is just great. Just gives you a little bit of height, but not much, if that makes sense. And then it's good when you want to layer up a lot of things, because then I can mix it up with a 2 millimetre or a 4 millimetre, depending on what kind of look I want, rather than actually keep layering up the actual foam behind it myself. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm kind of losing it. It's early in the morning here. And for a final touch, I'm adding just a few icicle sprinkles from Annabelle Stamps, and that's it for my card today. So thanks for joining me. I've had heaps of fun. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.